Oh, Martha, you said that you have 36 secondary schools. How many are the primary schools?
76.
76. So if you had to afford a laboratory for each of these, how do you do that?
In fact, I think the infrastructure is a big issue that we have not even addressed, because we first of all are fighting to get the children into classrooms. And I think the challenge that we have right now is that the private junior secondary schools are already operational. And we are already discriminating children who come or attend public schools. Yesterday, as I was doing the Form 1 bursaries, I had parents asking me to help them with bursaries for junior secondary school. Yet we don't even have enough for Form 1 to the university.
I thought they're not supposed to pay. They're getting capitation of 15,000 per learner. I'm
just saying, you know, what is said on TV is different from what is on the ground. I've told you of a school I know today, Morindat Primary, which grade 7 should have 45 children, has 12. Those who are able to pay and report. We are talking of dropouts, some of 11-year-olds, 12-year-olds, and yet we have not even dealt with the transition to Form 1.
Right.
And you see, even going through the school itself makes a child grow. Yesterday, we were celebrating World Zero Tolerance on FGM. What this drought is doing and what this junior secondary school transition is doing is that it is getting these kids married off. Even if you read the newspapers today, you will see parents who are marrying off their daughters to raise money even for food. That means FGM is creeping back. We are having early marriages. We are having early pregnancies, and even for the boys is worse with the dropouts. This issue of capitation has not gone to junior secondary schools. First of all, they don't even have teachers. They are now being told open accounts. For what? The accounts they are opening for, if I show you, because I have some here that I've collected from my constituency, you'll see a desk is 5,500. Uniform is 4,500. Lunch program is, say, 3,000 to 5,000. That child without 20,000 will not report to a junior secondary school. And that is the reality. So people are opting, either if you have the capacity, you change your child to private school, which is almost impossible. And don't forget, we have had COVID for 2 years that grounded almost every operation. Now we are talking of countrywide drought system or drought problem that we can hardly get a meal a day for these children. So what the ministry is saying is totally different from what is on the ground. And I think there's a total disconnect in terms of, and I can't speak this with authority because I've just come from the constituency. People are now asking for money which we do not have. So let's not even talk infrastructure, because even if you do a laboratory, a modest laboratory would take, say, 2.5 million to 3 million. If you have 76 schools, what are we talking about? We are talking almost 140 or 150 million. Already in CDF, say even 100 million today. The applications I've got for bursaries in my constituency as per yesterday were over 10,000. Even if I give a minimum of 1,000, say 1,000 shillings, not even 2, you're already talking, what, 10 million. You know, we are talking figures that are
10,000 applications.
Yes, 10,000 applications, by the way, and they are all deserving. All of them. And I can tell you when we were doing...
the minimum that you give?
The minimum for lunch programs, I would say 3,000 to 5,000. If you have a child going to a boarding school, it's 8,000 to 10,000. If you have a university child who is also supposed to get from this money, it is what? 12,000 to 15,000. To make sense. How many can you be able to cover? The infrastructure money you're left with, and that's a good thing with CDF money as compared to county monies. Ours is clear on how you can use it. You cannot use more than 35% for bursaries. In fact, I wish I could use all of it for bursaries, because I think kids would be better even sitting on stones or under trees, but go to school. Because going through that system is very important. So the money you're left as a constituency with the development is, say, what, 45, 50 million? So when you divide that to education, to security, because chiefs will want offices, we want to buy desks, how much can you be able to do? So even if we do, it cannot be enough until there's a conditional and direct transfer from the Ministry of Education in their budget. Let them have an infrastructure budget going directly to the schools.